Welcome everyone. In this video, I will teach you set theory, union and intersection. I have a question on the board which I will use to illustrate union and intersection and also introduce some of the terms we use in set theory. The question says, if universal set is equals to x such that x is greater or equals to 1 but less or equal to 10, x is an element of natural numbers. A is a set that contains even numbers. B is a set that contains prime numbers. C is a set that contains perfect squares. Now, the question, find A minus B. How many elements are in set A? A union B, B intersect C, A complement, A union B union C, A intersect B union C. To answer these questions, it is always advisable to list the elements of this set, starting from the universal set. The universal set, which we call the mother of all sets. In this question, the members of universal set, the elements there are from 1 to 10 inclusive, because you can see we have less than or equal to used. If it were only, if there is no equal to there, then it means the numbers will not be involved. It will be, they will be inclusive. But because we use less than or equal to, is inclusive. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these are the elements of the universal set. So members of any set are called elements of that set. Now, this universal set is the superset. It is the parent set of all these other sets. And we say these are like children to the universal set. And any set that is a child of another set could be called a subset of that parent set. And the parent set is referred to as a superset. So in this case, the universal set is the superset here in this question, while A, B, C, they are the subsets of the universal set. So the elements of A, it says set of even numbers. Now, how many even numbers are here? We have 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So these are the elements of A. For B, the elements says prime numbers. So list the prime numbers in this, in the universal set. 1 is not a prime number, remember. So the first one is 2, 3, 5, and 7. C, what are the elements of C? It says perfect squares. Perfect squares are those numbers that when you find their square root, you will get a whole number. For example, 1 is a perfect square because the square root of 1 will give you 1, followed by 4. and lastly 9. Okay, we have listed the elements of each set. We'll now go straight to the questions. The first one says A minus B. That statement means what is the difference between set A and set B? That is the meaning of that question. What is the difference between set A and set B? Now, the difference between set A and set B simply means those elements that are in A, but they are not in B. That's the difference. Those elements that you can find in A, but you cannot find them in B. That is the answer to the question. So A minus B will give us, so what are the elements that are in A but are not in B? 4 is there, which again, 6, 8, and 10. So 4, 6, 8, and 10. They exist in A, but they don't exist in B. So that's the difference between A and B. So A minus B will give you this. But if the question is the other way around, that is B minus A, you won't get the same answer. It won't be the same. Okay, let me do that one this side. Let me do that one this side. If the question is A, B minus A, the result will be those elements that are in B, but they are not in A. And they are 3, 5, and 7. So this will be the answer for B minus A. Why the one they asked us is BA minus B. So this is the one we are going to go with for the questions we have on the board. Now, the next one says, you are asked how many elements. This N stands for the number of elements in set A. And how do you know the number of elements? Count them. So go to set A, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is the number of elements in set A is 5. That's the answer to that question. C, A union B. Union simply means bring all the elements in A and all the elements in B, bring them together, but don't repeat anything, no repetitions. Bring them together, but no repetitions. All the elements of A and all the elements of B. Now, let's do it. A union B. Now, the elements of A and B, we have 2 there. 2 is there. Then we have 3. Remember, 2 appeared in both of them, but you take just one. 1, 2. You don't take the 2 of them. Just take 1. No repetitions. So take 3, take 4, take 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10. Please always cross-check your answer to be double sure. In marking of questions like this, any wrong entry, any wrong element in any set invalidates the entire answer. Whether there is, even if it's an omission, it invalidates the whole answer. For example, if you look at this, 9 is not supposed to be there. 1 is not supposed to be there. But if by chance you put 9 there, that 9 will invalidate the whole answer. So always be sure. Always cross-check your answers to make sure that all the elements that you write down are supposed to be there. D. The next one says B intersects C. B intersects C. This symbol is symbol for intersection. Union is like U, while intersection is like N, is N shape. So B intersects C. will give us, what it means is that go to B and C, check the elements that appear in both. That is, elements that are common in the two, that you can find in C, in B, and also in C. Bring them out. That's what intersection means. Elements that are common in the set, bring them out. So if you look at these two, look at B, look at C, do they have anything in common? No, nothing. They don't have any element in common. So the answer is an empty set, a null set. If you don't write it like this, you can write it like this. That is symbol of empty set or null set, meaning there is no element. They don't have anything in common. The next one, E, says A complement. A complement simply means all the elements of the universal set that you cannot find in A. Those elements in the universal set that are not or cannot be found in A. That is A complement. Now, if you look at the universal set, you discover that one is there, but one is not in A. You write it down. Which other number? 3 is not in A. 5 is not in A. 7 is not in A. 9 is not in A. So these are that's A complement. The members of this set, A complement. We continue. Now for F. F says A union B union C. That means we are going to bring all the elements of A, B, and C, bring them together, but no repetitions. In union, don't repeat anything. So we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. In fact, the entire universal set, that's what we have of everything. That is A union B union C. All the elements in all of them, bring them out, but don't repeat anything. If you look at this, the three of them very well, you discover that 2 appeared in A and B, but we wrote only 1, 2, meaning no repetitions. 4 appeared in A and C, yet we wrote only 1, 4, no repetitions, just once. Once you have written 4, don't write it the second time. Now for the last question there, the G says A intersect this bracket, which is B union C. Now, when you have a question that has bracket, the knowledge of BODMAS will tell you that you always handle bracket first. Once you have bracket in any mathematical expression or equation, always handle brackets first. Now, we are going to handle this bracket. And the bracket says B union C. And what is B union C? These two, bring them together, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 9. That is B union C. Then you now intersect this bracket with A. That is set A, intersect this set A with this one. And that will give you, so A intersect B union C is equals to, we have 2, 2 is common there, 2 is common, write 2, 4 is common, write 4, And I think that's all. So it's only 2 and 4. No other one is possible. So in general, we have seen that anytime you are given a question in set theory, if the elements of the set are not listed, please list all of them. List them one by one. Even in WAEC and NECO, they always allot bonus marks for listing the elements. They always give bonus marks for listing the elements. So list them before you start the calculation program. The next video on set theory will take care of Venn diagrams. So if you have watched this one, please make sure you search for the next video on set theory, which is Venn diagram, in order to complete this topic. Thank you and bye for now.